Hey guys, good morning or good afternoon, whenever you're watching this video. This is our digital anchor chart for standard NBT1, which is the place value standard. Place value is actually a standard that you've probably worked on since you started school in kindergarten. It's a standard that children work on progressively in more depth as they get older, but it is also a standard that fundamentally most children do not have a good concept of. Not having a good concept of place value can lead to lots of other problems in math, especially in the ability to determine if your answer to a problem makes sense. If you don't have the good understanding of a value of a number, then that carries over into lots of areas of math. So this is the standard that we're going to work on today. The standard says that you can recognize in a multi-digit number, a digit in one place represents 10 times as much as it represents in the place to its right, and 1/10 of what it represents in the place to its left. Now, that is a lot of words, and it doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense right off the bat. So I want to take a minute and try to decode some of that. And we're also going to talk about what word form of a number should look like and what expanded form of a number should look like. So specifically, your standard is saying that if I were to ask you to compare the 9 here in the millions place with the 9 in the 10,000s place, you could do that. Okay, and you can do that by making a statement such as the one right here. It says the 9 in the millions place is blank the 9 in the 10,000s place. So it wants you to compare the value of this 9 to that 9. So what you need to understand is that as you shift one place in a place value chart, you are getting 10 times larger as you shift to the left. Okay, so if that 9 shifted 2 places, it gets 10 times larger the first time and then 10 times larger again. So 2 places is 100 times larger. So the 9 in the millions place is 100 times the 9 in the 10,000s place. And it wants you to understand, the standard wants you to be clear on the fact that every time you shift that 9, you are getting 10 times larger if you are shifting to the left. Now, in contrast to that, when we shift to the right, we actually get 10 times smaller, or 1/10 of the value to the number beside us. So if we look at the 7 in the tens place, it says the 7 in the tens place is blank, the 7 in the thousands place. So the 7 in the tens place is here, and it wants to compare this value to the value of the 7 in the thousands place. So this 7 is actually moving in the opposite direction. That's a comma, one place and then 2 places. So we are moving 1/10 smaller as we go to the right, and then 1/10 smaller again as we go to the right again. Well, just like 10 times 10 equals 100, 1/10 times 1/10 equals 1/100th of that value. So the 7 in the tens place is 1/100th. The value is 100th. The size of the 7 in the thousands place. So as we shift to the left, we get 10 times larger. As we shift to the right, we are 1/10 of the value, or 10 times smaller. This is going to take some practice. It is, like I said, a standard that a lot of children struggle with. It's something that you're just going to have to practice to get better at. So we'll have opportunities to do that. This standard also includes an understanding of how to read this number and what expanded form of this number looks like. So let's talk about that. When we write a number in word form, we write the number exactly like we say it in the chart. So this number, the 9 is in the millions place. So I read the commas based on the period that the number is beside. So this is 9,597,000 873. When we get to the decimal, we say and 123 thousandths. You read the last name of the decimal place that's there. So I have 3 digits here. I read the decimal place name as thousandths. Unit 1 actually focuses just on the whole number, but we will get to the decimal place value in Unit 2. So I do want to go ahead and include that and start exposing you to how to read this number properly. So I'm going to write the word form of the number just like I said it. I'm going to write 597,873 where the decimal is, I'm going to say and 123 thousandths, because that's the place that the last digit is in. Okay, so I know that's a lot. It's especially a lot if you do not know your places. If you have not learned those through the years of elementary school, you don't know where the tens place is and the ones place is. Guys, it's really important that if you don't know those already, you start practicing those to learn them, because when we get to rounding in Unit 2, you're going to have a real hard time rounding to the hundreds place if you can't find the hundreds place. So take a minute, practice those. I sent a Quizlet link so you can practice some of the terms here, so you might want to do that. All right, expanded form. What does this look like? Well, I wrote the expanded form of each number beside it, and then I'm just going to combine those for expanded form. So in our millions place, we have a 9. So I can write 9 times 1 million, or in this case, I'll probably just write 9 million. So 9 million plus 500,000 plus 9 10,000s, or 90,000 plus 7,000s plus 800 plus 70 plus 3. Okay, and our standard is really particular about the way we include the decimals when we're doing place value. So I want to go ahead and show you how to do that. There's a 1 in the 10th place. So I'm going to do 1 times 1/10. Okay, and I can put that in parentheses if that gets confusing. Then there's a 2 in the hundredths place. So I'm going to do 2 times 100th. And there is a 3 in the thousands place. So I'm going to do 3 times 1,000. All right, hold on. All right, and that's what expanded form of that number looks like. It's a lot to throw at you, I realize, in this video. The place value and the names of the place are something that you should know already. If you don't, you probably want to practice those, learning which place is where. The expanded form and the word form, we will continue to work on through Unit 2. As for right now, the meat of this standard is found here in these 2 examples. That's the type of problems that you're going to see, but I do want you to have the chart to reference. So you will have this video, and when we get back to the actual classroom, this chart will be hanging on the wall for you to reference as well. Bye, guys.